soon. Hi everyone, welcome to the Fab 4 Crafting Tools collaboration, where each month we make a card or more or something using dies, punches, embossing folders, and or masks. The requirement's not to use all 4 every month. You can use 1 of these or 2 of these or 3 of these or 4 of these, however you choose. So let me show you what I used. On the first 2 cards, I used these are brand new in the August to December mini, effective August 3rd for customers. They are called the Adorning Designs Decorative Masks, and this is one of 4 designs, and I did use that on the first 2 cards. So I did use a mask. I also used dies throughout all of these cards. Really, this is not what I had originally planned, but can you believe I can't find the dies I wanted to use? But anyway, there's a new stamp set in the August to December mini, which coordinates with the existing in the annual Encircled in Beauty dies. There are this many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be right. Yep, 6 dies. I used all but this one on throughout these cards. I did not use the Encircled in Friendship stamp, but I used all but this one because it didn't really go with the dies, in my opinion. Okay. So I did use, I used dies on every card. On the second card, I used an embossing folder with these are called Wintry 3D embossing folders. They're in the annual catalog, so they're current, page 155, and I used the snowflake one. It's really nice. It has like swirlies and stuff. It's really pretty. So that was on the second card. On the fourth card, I made 1, 2, 3. I made 5 cards. On the fourth card, I used the Tasteful Textile embossing folder. So that's in the annual catalog as well. On the first 2 cards, I also used the layering circle dies. I just used this one die, and I'll show you why in a minute. And then on the last card, I used these Dotty Hearts embossing folder, and they're in the annual, and I used this one. It's really nice. It's a lot nicer than I anticipated, actually. And I used a strip that was from these hearts down to the bottom of it. So both heart strips plus this center heart strip was in it. Alright, let me show you what I did. So the first 2 are about the snowflakes. So this one, I used polished pink, and these are both on shimmery white paper, which is in the annual catalog. It just has a little bit of glimmer to it. I don't know if it's going to pick it up. Sort of like you did a fine splatter. It's not going to show. A fine splatter of Wink of Stella. No, I'm not going to show. Sorry. I can see it, but obviously you can't. So anyway, I used that. I stenciled both of these. I used, this is Misty Moonlight, this is Polished Pink. And then the dies for this particular one is the white is done in the littlest layering circles, and I stamped Let It Snow out of the Encircled in Warmth stamp set that's in the August to December mini. This is brand new ribbon coming up, and it is called White Glittered Organdy Ribbon. And the funny thing is, I didn't realize this. I thought it was just iridescent, but this actually has pink flecks in it, in addition to, look at my ink on my fingers, in addition to the iridescent, it has pink in it. So it went perfectly with this card. I did not realize that originally. I also used it on the blue card, and the pink blends in, and it's okay if a little bit of pink shows on there. So to embellish this one, all I did was wrap the ribbon around. This is bumped up on dimensionals, and these are the opal gems from the Seaside bundle, and I have one last polished pink gem right there. And I didn't do anything on the inside of these two yet. I probably at least put a piece of cardstock with a piece of regular white inside. Now on this one, here's where I used that embossing folder with the snowflakes, and I used Stampin' Up's ombre glimmer paper. It's not the vellum, it's the glimmer paper. It's in the annual catalog. And it's Night of Navy, but it goes down to a paler blue. So I think you can see the texture there. And I just thought that added a nice sparkle. And then these gems are the Night of Navy iridescent in the blue gems pack. And I used a small one there. And then I just put them inside all the snowflakes that you could see the centers of. So those are my first two cards. Then I went a little different. Let's see. Then I got out the biggest die, and the biggest, is that the biggest? Second biggest stamp. It's not the biggest stamp, but I used, and not the biggest die either. I used these two dies. So this paper is out of the brand new, coming up in August, Painted Christmas, and this is what it looks like, and there's the back. I didn't use the back, but I used the one with the pine cones. This is stamped in Evening Evergreen and on to Soft Succulent, and then this is die cut in Evening Evergreen. And I also used the Evening Evergreen chevron weave ribbon, and that is in the annual catalog as well. And on this one I did have 3 Evening Evergreen gems from the In Color pack left, and inside just a 3/4 inch strip of that same paper. So that's that one. Now the next one, I used this die for the white, which does not cut the center out, and then I used this die for the background in Real Red, and I used the Tasteful Textile embossing folder on the background piece after I die cut it. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Why does that look so orange? You can see a little texture there, I think. And then this ribbon here is, or trim, is actually from the Playful Pets combo pack. It is Real Red 1/8 inch stitched grosgrain ribbon, and it is in the new annual catalog that's effective now on page 140. It comes with a black and white twine in the combo pack. And I used the Real Red rhinestones also in the annual catalog on the front, and stamped Joyful Season out of the Encircled in Warmth and in Real Red, and then just a piece of the paper at the bottom. And lastly, I did use just this largest piece here, because in the stamp sets there is a really fairly large stamp, You Warm My Heart. So this paper is from the, oh, I forgot to tell you, this paper here is also out of the Painted Christmas, just like the pinecone one was. It's this one, and there's the back. And that's in the August to December mini, effective August 3rd as well. But this one is from the Heartwarming Hugs paper that was in last year's holiday mini, and it carried over to this year's holiday mini. So I pulled out a piece of that and Real Red cardstock on both of these. And then here's where I used the Dottie Hearts embossing folder. So I used a die and an embossing folder on this card. This card, just dies on this one. Dies and embossing folder and mask. And this one is dies and mask. No embossing folder. So, yeah, I think I did alright. This wasn't, like I said, what I had planned to do, but I'm not going to tell you that because I'm sure at some point I'll find the die that I'm missing, and that's bizarre. I've had it sitting here wanting to use it for this very collab, and now I can't find it. I probably tucked it away in a safe place that's not the usual place I keep my dies, and I'll be darned, I can't find it anywhere. Oh, and on the inside of this one, just a piece of the paper. So there you go. That's my Fab 4 contribution for the month of July. And since it was Christmas in July, most of the other times, or other collabs, I decided I would just go ahead and do that for this one. So if you're interested in any of the products that I said were in the annual catalog, they're available now. If you're interested in including these dies, they're available now because they're in the annual with this Encircled in Friendship stamp set. So you can get them and use them now, and then August 3rd you can get extra sentiments to go with it. Plus it has this one on, wishing you love, joy, happiness this coming year. I could use that on the insides of some of these, so but I didn't use that one. But anyway, that stamp set is available August 3rd, Encircled in Warmth, and it works with those other dies. All right, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you like my cards. I used 3 out of 4. I didn't use any punches this time, which is really unusual for me. So maybe next month that's what I'll do. All right, everyone, have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Hugs, love, and peace.